Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do the challenge that if I lost all my makeup, what would I repurchase in each category? I want to also apologize, I was not available last week. I should have definitely filmed during the week before I went camping, but I just never got to it, so I apologize. So please continue to watch to see what I would repurchase, and like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. Let's start with the eyes. So I tightline every time I do my makeup, and lately I have been a little lazy about taking the black powder, mixing it, and painting it on. And so I've been using the one size Bodacious black liner. I love this thing. And so I started using it to tightline just to go faster. And it's perfect because it's not drying or crusty or flaky. I can tightline with it. And it gives me the same result as taking the time to make my little paste. And it's so black, it's perfect. That's all I would need for tightlining. And if I wanted to add some, black liner on top as well, I'm going to say this a bunch, I guess, in this video, I can't say enough about this. For eyelid primer, since I always use eyelid primer, I don't use concealer ever to prep my eyelids for eyeshadow. The e.l.f. primer is just amazing. It's super inexpensive. It also has a doe foot, which I like, and it's a small enough doe foot to get very close to my lash line. Fabulous. Can't live without it, and if I lost it, this is what I would rebuy. So eyeshadow was kind of tough for me just because I kind of use things from all over the place, and I was thinking that I would make a MAC palette, of individuals, but I thought that was kind of cheating. So I was looking through my stuff and I came across this, which I use all the time, but I just realized it would be perfect to start over. It's the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. It just has everything in it. I use a dark brown shadow every time I do my makeup to smoke out my lash line, to do a wing, whatever, to use a base to put shimmers on top of. So it has that. I love this kind of reddish brown color. It has this green color that I love to wear a lot, shimmery. So there's shimmers, there's mattes. This would be perfect. If I was starting over and I needed to buy one palette, this would be it, and I would be very happy with it. It's absolutely amazing. And when I think about a pencil liner, it's definitely, what is it called? Is it Barbarella Brown? Barbarella Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. It's just the darkest brown. It's not red. It's just perfect, and it's waterproof, and it glides on. This is a win for me. And when it comes to mascara, though, it's kind of difficult because I never wear mascara, and if I do, it's just very close to the lash line, and I don't really have my favorite mascara right now. Today I use the Milani highly rated lash extension mascara, which I actually love, but it wouldn't be the one I'd repurchase. It would be the Maybelline Great Lash, classic green and pink tube. You can't go wrong with that. It's amazing. But this is a close second. And I guess since I don't really wear mascara a lot, or it's not my favorite thing, that I don't have my favorite in stock in my drawer at the moment, just because I try things and then I use it for a bit. But that's definitely what I would rebuy, and this is a close second. Okay, now for the face. I feel like this is going really fast. I apologize. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them and I can get more in depth into things. So if it was going to be you could have a tinted moisturizer, an SPF, and a foundation, this is what I would pick. So tinted moisturizer, my absolute favorite, which is what I kind of use most days mixed with my SPF. This is SPF. But if I was allowed to get a tinted moisturizer again and an SPF, it would be two different things. So the Revision Skincare IntelliShade Original Anti-Aging Tinted Moisturizer with Sunscreen SPF 45 is my favorite tinted moisturizer. Not only is it the perfect color, just kind of evens out your skin, but it's anti-aging and it has SPF 45. It's a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it. I absolutely love it, and I feel good about also putting it on my neck because, I mean, I feel like we don't always get our SPF farther down. We just worry about our face. We don't worry about our hands and our ears, whatever. So I feel good about putting it on my neck too because of the color and the anti-aging aspect. So I would definitely repurchase this, and 100% the e.l.f. Skin Whoa Glow Sun Touchable. This, I couldn't live without it. I would have to have it. I would have to find it. It dupes as a primer. It's a primer and SPF. It's just everything. And I love wearing these two together. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. And if I had to pick out of these two, I guess, if you go and let me have an SPF, it would be this. Hands down. My skin looks amazing after it. Makeup sits well after it. This is like my favorite product of all time. I absolutely love this. So this is just like a side thing. I've been really wanting to go to Disneyland lately. I get like these spurts of wanting to go, and now that we live in Michigan, it's not close. I can't even go to downtown Disney just to go shop or whatever. And I've been watching TikToks on people like getting Disney pins and Disney stuff, and I'm just very envious. But this lady was talking about Burlington Coat Factory having some Disney stuff at it, and I haven't been to a Burlington Coat Factory in like a million years. But I go, you know what? I need a little bit of nostalgia, and I love Disney mugs. And I found this one. Can you see it? Look at how cute this is. It made me so happy. Makeup and just, like Star Wars, Disney princess stuff, little things like that just bring me so much joy. Okay, moving on. All right, so for foundation, which I don't know if this would count as a foundation, and this was not hard for me, but I don't know if this would be considered that. But the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder by Danessa Myricks is just my favorite. And it's a new favorite, so it's funny that that's the one I would rebuy immediately. I love a lot of my foundations. When I'm looking at my foundation drawer, I'm thinking about what would I grab, what do I wear all the time, and it's this. I love it so much. You don't need a lot, so I feel like it would last a long time, or I know it lasts a long time. But if this was all I could buy when it comes to foundation, this would be it. I just absolutely adore it. I think it's the best. Also, it was a primer, so it's multi-use. It's just amazing. If I had to pick, though, like a real foundation, it would definitely be the Kosas Revealer foundation, just because it has added benefits to it and it has great coverage, and I feel good wearing it. It's just a little much for me every day. I don't like to wear a lot on my skin, and so this just kind of doing a little bit all over the face to even everything out is what I would definitely gravitate towards more, and what I do gravitate towards more. Okay, so concealer was a little difficult for me because my favorite under eye product, I don't know if it's considered really a concealer, and that is the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I can't live without this now. It's just so perfect for me. It covers enough, it brightens, it feels good, it's thin. This is just such an incredible product. I love it. I know it's always sold out, and I really wish it wasn't, because everybody should have it. So this would be my only under eye product I would pick. But if you were like, okay, that's a brightener, that's not really a concealer, my concealer pick would be the Kosas Revealer Concealer with skincare in it. It's just, I love it, don't get me wrong, but it's a little thicker, and I'm really enjoying this thinner formula. It just feels better under my eyes, and I think it looks a little better, but if for like a full-blown concealer, it'd be the Kosas Revealer Concealer. But this is definitely what I would pick if I was allowed, because, with these rules that I've made up in my head. Or who's making these rules? right? I mean, no one. All right, and then I was thinking about powders, right? Because a powder foundation or whatever, or a setting powder. And what I would definitely pick, which do they make this even anymore, or is it their new formula? It's the Matte Velvet Skin Powder by Makeup Forever. And I've had it a long time. I just don't need a ton of it. I love it so much. I am an R230. It's just amazing powder. So you can lightly dust it to set, or you could definitely use a more compact brush. Or today I used this little Temu sponge that I love, and I just patted it to really give me some more coverage. I never do that, so I was just having fun today with that. And it's just so smoothing and it's beautiful. So I think this could definitely be both, you know, set the makeup, but also give you some coverage. I love this. I wonder if it is the same. Whatever. Even if it's not this one anymore, the new one has to be just, you know, the same or better. I can't imagine. But Makeup Forever, their products are they're really great. So for powder, that would be it. If it was like a loose powder, I would definitely say the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is just, everybody knows, it's absolutely incredible. You just have to have it. So as much as I'm really loving this new Givenchy pink powder, I know that if I was starting over, this is the way to go. Okay, so when it comes to bronzers, this was so easy. So easy. So I picked a cream and a powder. The cream bronzer would be Makeup by Mario, and it's in the light medium skin enhancer, soft sculpt transforming skin enhancer, not the stick, the cream. It's just the most perfect color for me, the best formula. I love this so much. I would immediately, if I didn't have this, I would have to buy it. Like I wouldn't be able to just use what I have. I have to have this plus what I have. So this was a no-brainer. My other no-brainer when it came to bronzer is Bare Minerals Warmth. I love the bronzers I have, but if I didn't have any other powder bronzer, this would be it. I think that this is just the most amazing color bronzer that's ever been made. It's fabulous. And it's loose, and sometimes it's a little bit messy, but you need so little. It just goes such a long way that just like lasts forever. They really don't go bad, but it's the one I've repurchased over and over again. I don't know if I've repurchased any of the ones I have except for the butter bronzer, but that wasn't because I was out of it and didn't have it. It was just because it got relaunched and I was excited to get it again. The second this is gone, I will buy a new one. That's how amazing and important this is to have in my arsenal at all times. The blush. This was kind of hard for me just because I love blushes, but when I think about it, I don't go, aha, this blush is what I want to wear. Does that make sense? I don't always immediately know. I kind of look through myself for what I have that's new. So I was definitely thinking about if I didn't have anything and what would be the best to grab for the sake of color and finish and just, and of course that the product is good. So I went with the Patrick Ta for Face Major Headlines Blush Palette. I don't even know if they, at this moment they have it, I believe. So that's what I would grab. It's so beautiful. It's so much fun. So you get a pink, a coral, and then this kind of highlighty one, which I haven't used this balm yet. I've used this, but I haven't used the balm on top. But since it has two blushes and a highlighter, that's already getting rid of I need a highlighter, but that you have the finish of, you can just do the powder, and then you can kind of put just the balm on top, which gives you this beautiful glow. Or wear one on its own, wear it together, so you just get so many options. So I was definitely thought this would be what I would do, so that I could have options and know that it would be gorgeous no matter what, and I get a highlight with it. So that was what I decided. Blushes is hard for me, like I said. I love them, but I don't go, aha, I know what I'm gonna grab. So the last two for the face I've kind of cheated on because I feel like, I don't know which, I know what I would pick, but I feel like they're just two different things, like a liquid highlighter and then a powder highlighter. So for a liquid highlighter, it would have to be the Vive Skin Dew. It's just, this is what I have right here. Do you see that? Just that dewy, glowy, almost wet kind of look. It's just so beautiful. It has the best smell to it too. So for like that liquid kind of look, this is definitely what I would grab. I don't really like to place this on my nose or the bridge of my nose, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because of just that it has that wet look. I like that more for my cheek area. But this is just such an amazing product. Innovative, I think. Love it. But for my nose and the bridge of my nose highlighter and my inner corner highlighter, which is very high maintenance, that I have one for here and one for here, or that I would prefer, it's definitely the Bite Size Face Duo by e.l.f. in Watermelon. I mean, I guess I could use the blush, but the blush is not why I love it so much. It's this highlighter. I've said it plenty of times. It's like the color of my skin in a highlighter, so it just gives that perfect amount of glow without being too bright yellow or white, or I'm very fair, so sometimes those highlighters, even if they're white, they kind of get too, I don't know, they're not as subtle on me. I think it's just because I'm so fair and I'm already glowing. So this color is just amazing. It's perfect. If you don't have it, you gotta have it, because I can't imagine it's not beautiful on everybody. It's just, for me, it's like my skin, but shimmery. Setting spray is a no-brainer for me. It's all-nighter. I just think it's like shellac. It's just makes everything stay, everything look better. For me, when I do make my little paste for tight lining, this is what I use. I trust it. That's one of the best parts about it, is that I trust it. I trust my makeup is going to stay looking the way that I want it to for a long period of time. It doesn't feel tight. It dries down. It's just amazing. And I have already 2 backups in my little extra makeup drawer because I don't want to ever run out of it. It's fabulous. This is the best. Worth it. I can't live without it. Must have. I'm going to end with my lips. So let's go to my brows. I don't really do my brows. There's a lot of hair there. I'm growing them out. They're wild. They're red. They're out of control. So all I would buy is a clear brow gel. And the clear brow gel I would buy is the Brow Glue by NYX. I absolutely love it. They stay in place, but they don't feel like too sticky. It dries. They still feel good. And I have now started to like brush them back and then brush them out. And that has definitely made them look more natural. I like that a lot. So that's all I would purchase, is this. I mean, for me, especially right now as I'm growing them out, they're just wild. If I try to fill them in, they just look like, they look crazy. They look absolutely crazy. So this is all I would grab. So the last thing is lips. And this, again, was super easy for me because I practically grab the same lip products every day, or at least some of the same bases, which was my lip stain and my lip liner. I use a stain every day, no matter what. Even when I'm sitting at home, just working and no makeup on, I always put a lip stain on because I just don't like how light my lips are. And my favorite one right now is the Bitten Lip Tint in Cherie by Victoria Beckham Beauty. It has this jelly material. It just looks like that chapped lip color that I love. It's just so beautiful. It's a very luxurious product. It's a little pricey, but I feel like mine's lasted a long time. I absolutely love it. It does stay on the lip, and it's good to overline with this as well. I was using the Benefit Benetint to do that, to kind of overline the lips and even them out. And I love it, but the color is sometimes a little too pink for me. So I started using this and overlining, and this is much better for me. And this formula is not as watery. It's more like jelly, I guess. It's not, I don't know. So it looks more natural too. So try that. This is just the best product ever. I've never found anything like this. And so you gotta get that, or that would be the first online order. I think that would be like my number one thing I have to get. If I lost all this stuff, I would have to get lip tint. And of course, my Up and Down Tan, my Makeup Forever. This is the best pencil ever. Goes with any color you want. It's just the perfect nude, but it's not too brown. It's not too pink. It's just fabulous. And it's a pencil, so it lasts a long time. I can't live without this. A lot of these things I say that too, but there are just a few that just I have to have. I think I could live without like under eye brightener. I could live without eyeshadow. I could live without blush, but I could not live without the Sun Touchable e.l.f. SPF. I could not live without this lip tint, lip stain, and I don't think I could live without this either, just because this helps this stay all day and just look like the perfect lip. So those are like things I would have to have. And my favorite lipstick is a liquid lip by Chanel. It is the Rouge Allure Lac 75 in Fidelité. That's probably not what it's called, but whatever. It is just, it's in the same family. Like, it's all in the same family. I'm very predictable. That kind of burnt, terracotta-y, chapped lip color. And I just use it kind of like a stain with my finger. And it's just perfect. It's the perfect lip color for me. I absolutely love it. I, again, couldn't live without it. Is that what I should just write? Couldn't live without? But no, these are definitely the things that if I had to start over my whole makeup collection, these are the first things I would grab in each category, for sure. Thank you so much for watching me kind of ramble a bit today. I thought I was organized. Thought I knew what I was talking about, but I love all these products, and God forbid I lost everything, because I have so many good things that I absolutely love, and things that you can't get anymore. But if I did, the things that I showed you now, I would be happy with. I'd be able to do my face every day the way I want to. And I mean, some things are a little pricey, some things aren't. I think I have a good mix, but definitely these are fabulous products. You should definitely check them out so that now you will have the products that you can't live without if you lost everything. So again, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you next week. No camping, no excuses.